Hello guys, just a short video today, just talking about DAZ 3D. Many of you who have purchased from them will be on their email list, and one of the things that they sent me this week was an email in which they tried to sell me this idea of 3D printed models. There's two parts to it. Let me just see if I can get the email. So if I pull this over here, here's the email that they sent me. Bring your DAZ collection to life. 3D printing license is now available. And then there's a Game Print 3D plugin. And if you go to the website, what they're saying now is that you can have a license to 3D print the models that you got from them in the past. Now, there's two aspects to that. First of all, there was never any mention of needing a license in the first place when you purchase these models. DAZ seems to be just nickel and dime in their customers. First, it was those shitty NFTs that they were trying to sell to people, and then the NFT market completely collapsed. And now what they've done is retrospectively gone back and added a license for 3D printing of their models. So if you click on shop now, what it does is it takes you to this page, and what it basically amounts to is that all of the DAZ originals, such as Creatures of the Night Mega Bundle, you now need a 3D printing license. Now, you may have thought perhaps as you're allowed to sell figures based on DAZ figures, so you can sell 3D printed models, although not the actual 3D figures themselves, obviously, but you can sell the models that you are buying a license, so what's known as a professional or a commercial license. But no, in actual fact, what DAZ wants to do is charge you for the privilege of printing the models that you've already bought, even if it's just for personal use. So the license starts at $1.99, I believe. Let me just yeah, $1.99, $1.99. So in English, that's about £1.30, something like that. And they are offering a 3D a free license for everything that you purchased before July 13th. So you can't buy new things and get that license, and that expires September 30th. But the really annoying thing is that it's really difficult to claim that free license, and you have to do it on a per figure basis. You can't just say, well, I'll have that license for everything in my library. So they've made it as difficult and convoluted as possible. But let's just go back a step. The fact that they are actually charging a license now to 3D print models, even for your own use. Okay, now they're absolutely insane. They're what they're doing is they're just trying to make a couple more dollars from every single purchaser just for the privilege of purchasing their models. But they're absolutely pathetically stupid, because what they've done is they've given away a lot of goodwill for something that is completely unplaceable. If I go into DAZ Studio and I load this figure into DAZ Studio, I mean, I couldn't load it with this hair because this hair is modified by their print service, their game print engine. But supposing I download this figure and then put it into my DAZ Studio and then decide to 3D print it, all I have to do is export that figure with this base as an OBJ, and then I can print that OBJ or even an STL. I don't know if DAZ has STL export, but I can export that figure, let's say as an OBJ, and then import that directly into Cura or any of the other 3D printing programs that I have. And there's nothing they can do to stop me doing that. So what they're doing is hoping to catch people who just are super law abiding, or people who are too stupid to know differently, and just get an extra $1.99. I mean, this figure, I don't know how much this cost to buy with the wings and the hair. I'm going to say $50 with all the parts. And then they're going to add on the price. Say this guy here, $1.99 for the body. So it's only DAZ originals, by the way, not all figures. Obviously they can't give away the rights to other people's stuff, but this figure just on his own, 199. Hair, 199. Costume, 199. Gun, 199. And as you can see, the 3D printing license for this bundle, this $135 bundle, is $18. So that's a little bit less than 10%. I get a bit more than 10%, I guess. Um, this really sits badly with me. Not only is it unenforceable for home use, and I understand them charging a license for commercial use, but to charge a license for home use, well done, Daz. You know, you've showed that you are greedy bastards with these NFTs. You tried to jump on this bandwagon, then the NFT market collapsed, and you got left holding nothing. And then instead of that, you've decided now to try and nickel and dime your customers with these 3D printing licenses. And to be honest, I always thought that DAZ were the good guys in the 3D market, but their choices over the last 6 months have really soured my opinion of them, and this is just the latest example of it. So whatever you do, if you're making models for yourself and you're 3D printing for yourself, for God's sakes, don't buy a license off them. You don't need to buy it, and they've made it as difficult as possible, even if you wanted to buy it. And not only that, but that was never a term when you purchased this model in the first place. You know, you were never constrained to only use it within DAZ Studio. You know, you don't pay a license to take it out to Blender, for example. You know, that's a different use than the original intended use. So why the hell should you pay an extra license to be able to 3D print? Well, that's the end of this rant, I guess you'd say, guys. It's not just Bondware who pulled shady crap. Unfortunately, DAZ has decided to leverage their market dominance in a really dark and unpleasant way, and I hope that it earns them the contempt that they deserve for it. So you have a fantastic weekend, and I'll speak to you later.